everybody, Bruce Haynes of mlmwildfire.com coming to you as I always do from my iPhone, just to show that you don't need high technology, just get your message out there. I've been asked by several people to put together a start to finish what network marketing is on the internet video. This is it. I may ramble a little bit because I sometimes get excited, and I want to make sure that you understand that by the end of this video you'll understand, if you're fairly new to network marketing, what it means to have a business on the internet and how that works. A couple of definitions and some assumptions that I'm going to make for you. First of all, I'm going to assume that if you're watching this, you are interested in perhaps having an internet network marketing business, but you don't know how to do it and you don't know where to go. You landed at the right place, thank goodness. So first, let's define network marketing. Network marketing, also known as direct selling, also known as MLM or multi-level marketing, is a business model that's been around for 40 or 50 years. Most everybody remembers or knows that the Amway Corporation is, I guess, the standard bearer of network marketing. You've got Avon. You've got a whole host of different companies that are fairly well established and have been in business a long time. So the definition of network marketing is any company that has a product to sell and signs people up, usually with a fee, to retail that product, and then that person builds a business underneath them of other people to retail that product and to also earn commissions. It's usually structured such that the more people you put in the business, the more money you make as far as commissions. That's it in a nutshell. It's a real simple concept. There are two major schools of how to do network marketing, what I'll call the old school and the new school. First, I'll give you the little rundown of the old school and why that is usually what people think of when they think of network marketing. The old school is where you're taught by whoever sponsors you into the business. By the way, that's how they call them. Someone who brings someone into the business is a sponsor, and people above you are upline, and people below you are downline. Pretty simple. So when you're sponsored into the business, in the old school format, you are taught to make a list of your family and friends. 50 to 100 people is usually what they say. More is better. And then contact those friends and families, explain the business opportunity to them, enroll them into business and put them into business just as you were done, sell the products, promote the business, and to grow by increasing increasing your width by how many distributors you put in business. Now that model has been around for decades. It has made a lot of people a lot of money. I will tell you that my wife and I, Melody of MLM Wildfire, we were in the Amway business for many years. This is some time ago, for 4 years. And that particular model of contacting friends and family and doing it by hand, if you will, not on the internet, we found was not effective. I'll just cut to the chase. We lost a lot of money. And our money went into books, tapes, learning about the business. It went into travel, to go to conventions, to have speakers, to buy a lot of product. And the products were good, a little bit high priced. You'll find that most network marketing companies have to have a very high overhead to compensate for the amount of traffic that they put through with distributors. They pay commissions. They have to have, the cost has to be absorbed somewhere, and it's usually the price of the product is very high. We lost a lot of money, and we did everything we were told. I was a superstar. I had a guy coming in from Philadelphia who was very high in the Amway business, helping me once a month to grow my business. The problem with that model is that it's almost impossible to attract and talk to enough people to make it successful. You just don't have a big enough universe of people. If the goal is to create residual income, and that's what it is, you can't talk to enough people and you can't put enough people in the business physically to make a substantial income. Now, I say that now because it's been done before, because the internet has not been around for more than, say, 25 years. So there are people who have built very large organizations in multi-level marketing with no internet experience or exposure. Hats off to those folks. That's a very difficult task. It did not work for us. So when you ask people what network marketing is, and someone has had a bad experience, they'll tell you it's a scam, it's a pyramid, it doesn't work. That's probably somebody who was in the business or knew a friend or a family that tried the business and it didn't work. Okay? That's the way it is. Now, that's the old school. We are not proponents of the old school. We are on the internet now, and this is the new school. The new school is what we'll call the same model It's just done with a wider exposure to more people through the internet. Millions of people on the internet. This is the beauty of the network marketing business on the internet. You are exposed to so many more people and have so many more opportunities to make money that it really doesn't compare to the old school. They're kind of like two different businesses. Let me give you a little bit of personal history about why we're on the internet doing this as mlmwildfire.com. My wife and I, Melody, we've been married 15 years. We met in the Amway business. The only thing I've got left from the Amway business is my lovely wife. Yay! I also didn't have any hair when we started there either. So here's what happened. I'll just give you how we met. And you can see our video, and I'll put a link at the bottom of this video, a little flash on by about us. I met my wife by cold call. I was doing the old school method. I picked up a phone and I was showing someone how to contact someone, and I actually got my wife on the phone. A long story short, we sponsored her in the business, and eventually we ended up getting married. Best thing that ever happened to me. So that's the thing about why Melody and I are doing this, is that a while back we had a very good friend who has been a friend for years, who got very excited about a new network marketing company. And he was showing some success, and we put off and put it off. No, we're not interested. We're not interested. We had been out of network marketing for quite some time. Well, he finally showed us what he had, and we said, you know, there's only one way we're going to do this. We're not doing it with the friends and family routine because that didn't work. We are going to do it on the internet, and that's what we've decided to do, and that's here we are. So if you've come to this video, that's a little bit of history about us, that we are building the internet version of network marketing business. Now, again, let's backtrack a little bit. If you're on this video and you've watched to this point and you're still saying, okay, I'm fairly new, but what do you do on the internet? How do you do it? How do you build a business on the internet? It's really very simple. Let's get the concept down. Number one, that there's many, many more people that you'll be exposed to on the internet. The secret of doing business on the internet is you have to build a relationship with people by having them come to your blog, your website, where you will have articles and you will have videos and you will explain how the business is done through you, and you'll build a relationship over time to create a list of people who will actually buy your products or get involved with your business to whatever you are selling. Now, the list, as you'll hear over and over in the internet, that's your bread and butter. That's your asset. The bigger the list, the bigger the possibility that people will be buying your product. And that list can be very, very small, in which case you won't make much money, or it can be massively big. If you've not been through the internet and you've not seen the different players out there, there is a strata of people that are making fortunes on the internet. And they do that by building lists of 20, 30, 40, 50, 100,000 people, and then they'll come up with product or products, and they'll solicit that product through their list, and it takes a very small percentage of people to buy to make a tremendous amount of money. And so your list is your bread and butter, and that list can give you and provide you residual income for as long as you are active in the business and growing the list, and to a point where there are some people who get it so big they don't have to work anymore. Quit their day jobs and off they go, because residual income is so tremendous. So the goal is to get a big list. Okay? Now, how do you do that? Okay? If you've looked at the internet, you've seen hundreds of thousands, perhaps millions of blogs and websites saying free leads, how to get a lead, how to grow your business, how to grow your list, how to make that list big. Now, we kind of segment and stratify different levels of what you have in the business. A prospect is, as in sales, prospect is someone who doesn't know you from Adam, who might land on your website or your blog from the content that you put out there, and can turn into a lead who would maybe opt in. When you know what opt-in is, that's someone who has decided to give you name and information and email contact information to hear what you have to say. So they've opted in, they become a lead. Then you have the opportunity to take that list of leads and market products to them or put them in your business. So it goes from prospect to lead to someone in your business. A sale, if you will. The key with making it successful on the internet is having the correct marketing platform that you can utilize, an automated platform that will do the job of contacting and persuading others to come into your business. It's basically sales, but it's automated. And this is how and why the internet has grown so large, is because there's a marketing platform, an automated marketing platform behind every company that literally does all the selling for that company, and the owner doesn't have to be there. Melody and I are a perfect example. We have a phenomenal marketing platform, which is a website and a series of auto-responding mechanisms, and autoresponders they call it, that will send out automated messages, prearranged for people who come to visit our site, with prearranged messages, content, that explains how we, mlmwildfire.com, can help them. In this case, we are actually training people how to do exactly what I'm doing here. But we also have products that we sell, and that is a great way to make money, but we also train people to be network marketers. So you'll see countless sites. Each has their own a sales pitch, if you will. I hate using that word, but that's what it is. That I have the best system, I have the best lead generating system, come build your list with me, etc. Now, every one of those companies who has been successful and has been around for several years has a very good system in place. And who you choose makes all the differences in whether you are successful or not successful. Of course, it depends on your work ethic. And let's take a pause and step back. If you are looking for a business, network marketing is an amazing vehicle. If you're looking for something that you think is going to make you rich without putting effort in, it's the wrong vehicle for you. Flat out, that's the truth. If you treat it like a hobby, it's going to pay you like a hobby. You don't put money into a hobby expecting to make money. You put money in to get enjoyment. In multi-level or network marketing, if you put money in and you expect to get money out, you have to put work in. It's called network marketing. I always am amazed at people who come in, they'll put together a blog or a website, they put a couple of blogs up and they think, okay, everybody, come and see me, make me money. Doesn't work like that, okay? You have got to work at it. And if you have a job, and that's most people, until you get big enough to have the income replace your job, you'll be working part-time. How many hours is appropriate? That's up to you. If you want to just get a couple $1,000s a month, you'll put a couple hours in a week. If you want to get a big business, you'll put in 8 to 12 or more hours per week. When Melody and I decided to do this internet version, we made a commitment. We're going to do this thing until it's successfully in a large basis. 5 figures, 6 figures a month is our goal. Very doable. There are many people making that kind of money that are literally independently wealthy, that don't have to work anymore. Now, let's step back again. You say, well, how do you get a website? How do you do this platform thing? Well, like I said, there's people out there who will help you do that. We are perfect examples of somebody who knew almost nothing, zero, about internet network marketing, but we did some research. And we spent quite a bit of time looking through the pages like you are probably doing now, trying to find that platform. That's the fun part, folks. We found a wonderful platform, and we've partnered with that Josh Cope, and we've partnered with Josh, and he has been a godsend. We did not know what we were doing at all until we got mentorship and coaching, and I'm going to tell you right now, if you want to make this thing successful, internet network marketing, you've got to have a coach. You've got to have someone who can mentor you through the waters of what the heck do you do. That's what we're doing now. We got such great advice and success that we're doing the same thing. We're training people how to have a successful business. So I'm going to put some URLs, some URLs at the bottom of this video, and you might have seen it already, that gives you a portal, a connection to our website, a contact page, and some free gifts. And by the way, we give away a lot of free content. That's the secret of being successful at network marketing online. You have to give away value for no cost up front, because people have to trust you. They have to know that that Bruce and Melody, they know what they're doing. They gave me all this free information, and they're still helping me build this business. That's what you're looking for. You're looking for a wildfire.com entity to make your business a success. Because let me give you of comparison. I told you, we spent 4 years in the Amway business, and we lost a lot of money. We've been doing this business for less than a year, and we are making, we have to pinch ourselves. We're making tremendous commissions. We're having tremendous growth. We're having tremendous exposure. We see the way that down the road, 5 figures, 6 figures is not that far off per month, not per year, per month. And that's the power of the internet. Millions of people out there are looking for what you got. You don't have to chase anybody with a list saying, look at my business, you need to be in my business. They'll come looking for you. It's a shock when you realize I could be sleeping, and this has happened over and over. I could be sleeping and somebody in Spain is now in my business because they saw our content. They said that makes sense, and they came to help, let us help them. So you're looking for a platform that will help you grow a business without too much extreme effort. Now, is it going to cost you money? Absolutely will. We give away a lot of free content, but when it gets down to the nubs of what are you going to do? Are you going to grow this or not? You'll need to invest money. You have to have advertisement, solo ads, joint venture ads. You'll have to create what's called funded proposals, which is where you will advertise your marketing platform and product that can be sold to a large list. Will compensate you for the actual advertising costs that you put out there. If it's done correctly, and this is what we teach you, you actually can make money growing your business. You don't have to spend. The old school is you buy your convention tickets and you spend airfare and hotel room and meals, and you go to these conventions and you get pumped up, and no, that's just a waste of money. That money can be put into your business for advertising to get people to come to your site so that you can help them grow their business. Such a smarter way of doing business. I got to tell you, Melody and I, when we found Josh and he helped us, and he's still helping us now grow this business, we've seen the growth has been amazing, and we kind of look at ourselves like, why do we ever do it the old way? Well, the old way really wasn't available to us when we did the old school method of multi-level marketing. I'm 60, and I've been in accounting for 40 years, and have gone in and out of network marketing for a number of years, but we finally, when we got back in this last time, we hit the home run because we found that the internet, and let me stop right there. I'm rambling, I know, but the internet, people say, oh, it's saturated. Everyone's on the internet doing network marketing. Everybody's got a network marketing business. Nothing could be further from the truth, ladies and gentlemen. The Direct Network Marketing Association, which is a nonprofit organization, puts together statistics, and 98% of all multi-level business is done by the old school method. And guess what? 98% of people who get involved in the method in that way fail because it's not viable. That leaves 2% of everyone else doing network marketing. And do you know how many millions of people on the internet in the United States and Canada alone? It's about 16 million who are also network marketers are on the internet doing network marketing. Now, they don't all succeed to a great extent, but a lot of them do. And there are millions and millions coming online. Russia, China, Canada, France. Yeah, I could list the name of the countries of all the network exposure that you've got on the internet. It's tremendous. So don't tell me that it's saturated. It's not even close. We're just getting going. The growth potential is phenomenal. Let's also let you know that, yeah, there's 2 major sites in the world that most traffic goes to, Google and YouTube. And when you build a business, and we'll teach you how, matter of fact, I'm kind of a YouTube nut guru. I know more about YouTube than most people do, and we're putting together a series of YouTube videos that will teach our downline exactly how to best utilize that. So you will learn how to use Google and YouTube to be your best allies and to grow a huge business. But you have to know what to do. They change all the time. Oh, by the way, there's social media, Facebook, Twitter. You've got to be exposed, and you've got to be out there, and you've got to be actively working to build your business. So all these pieces, and the reason I ramble is because there's a lot of stuff to know. Facebook and Twitter and YouTube and Google and all those different, LinkedIn, all those social media sites and search engine sites. There's a way to do this to grow a massive list, to create a massive amount of residual income, which creates freedom, creates more time, more relationships with your family, more just the ability to do what you want when you want. That's the nuts and bolts of it. So if you're watching this video and you've gone to the 20-minute mark, which we just hit, this is what MLM Wildfire does. We take someone like you who doesn't know where to go, and we mold and help them mold their business to become successful. So as I've said to you before in this video, there are some URLs. We can actually provide you a website for no charge. A website for no charge, and the ability to learn from us is gold. So there's an URL here also that gives you to a page that'll give you a free website. And if you look at the video that you're looking at, it'll be our YouTube channel. Read the description underneath the video. It'll be quite lengthy. It'll tell you a lot more information that I might have missed in this video about where to come to. Come to our site, check it out, look at our different blogs. We've got many blogs, dozens and dozens. I've got over, Melody and I have made over 70 plus videos about what we do. We're having a ball. And listen, if you're going to do network marketing, you better have some fun. We have a blast because we're making money and it's exciting, and there's just so much positive I can say about network marketing on the internet. But you have to be in business with somebody who can help you. We could not have done it without the help of Josh Cope, and we're so fortunate and grateful to call him now a friend. And we're looking to do the same with you. If you're looking for some friendship on the internet and how to grow a business and make residual income, and in a vehicle that is just at the dawn of being massive, 50 years from now, people look back and say, well, that internet thing, when it first got going, even in the early 2000s, was such a small little thing. And then they'll say today it's unbelievably large, and it will be. You can be a part of it. So at the bottom of this video, you've seen URL or URLs. Click on it, come see us, read the description of this video. Let's see how we can help you get your network marketing success. We appreciate you coming by. Have a great day.